Welcome back to the Quantum Markers TV channel. Today, we are diving deep into the sheer engineering required to construct a cabin capable of weathering Alaska's unforgiving winters. This is no ordinary build. The planning and physical labor involved in this project are nothing short of monumental. We are talking about months of grueling work, impeccable attention to detail, and master-level craftsmanship. First, we begin with the groundwork. The crew is pouring concrete directly into muddy, waterlogged soil, a non-negotiable step. If your foundation lacks absolute structural integrity, the entire cabin will eventually shift and fail. In the subarctic north, where the Earth undergoes intense freeze-thaw cycles, you must engineer a foundation, engineered to withstand immense shifting pressures. They work methodically here, ensuring every cubic inch is poured flawlessly. Next, they wrap a heavy-duty waterproof membrane around the foundation trenches. The reason: groundwater saturation will quickly migrate and compromise the structural walls if left unchecked. Water is the ultimate adversary in northern construction. It penetrates the smallest gaps, freezes, and expands rapidly before you know it. You are dealing with catastrophic structural failures. This barrier is vital insurance for the cabin's future. The same level of defense applies here. We must prevent capillary action from drawing moisture up and rotting the timber framing from the bottom up. The team is exceptionally meticulous during this phase, inspecting every seam to guarantee a completely continuous envelope. Shortcuts are not an option when building a structure meant to stand strong against decades of severe seasonal elements. Now, look at this. They are laying out PEX piping in a precise pattern for the hydronic radiant floor heating system. This layout is dictated by thermodynamic principles, calculating heat distribution across the floor. Once encased and activated, this thermal mass will keep the interior incredibly warm, regardless of how low the outside temperature drops. Imagine walking onto a warm floor on a sub-zero Alaskan morning. That is the luxury of this system. It is a component of the build that remains hidden beneath the finished floorboards, yet its impact will be felt every single day. Moving on to the heavy lifting. The crane is hoisting these massive, solid logs. These are not merely aesthetic. They form the load-bearing spine of the structure. Each timber weighs several hundred pounds. Every single cut must be mathematically perfect, as these massive logs are destined for the loft level and must lock together seamlessly. Even a minor calculation error will create gaps, compromising structural alignment and thermal efficiency. The level of precision demanded here is truly remarkable. Layer by layer, they stack the timber on the frame, Now, the distinctive profile of the cabin finally begins to emerge. It resembles a massive, three-dimensional puzzle, where every interlocking piece weighs half a ton and requires pinpoint accuracy to set. As the log walls rise higher, the architectural vision for this wilderness retreat is steadily realized. Watch as the crane carefully maneuvers this massive, pre-assembled gable wall into position. The ground crew guides it, making micro-adjustments to align the heavy timber perfectly with the receiving tenons, working with millimeter tolerances here. This connection is vital, as it must bear the immense dead load of heavy winter snowpacks. Up here, feet of snow can pile onto a roof in a matter of days, and if the structural joinery cannot handle the load, the consequences are disastrous. These builders navigate this risk with total confidence. Here is a fascinating technique. They are intentionally charring the exterior wood. This ancient preservation method creates a natural barrier against moisture, wood-boring insects, and UV degradation, utilized for centuries across the globe. This process is highly effective. The carbonized layer renders the timber rot-resistant. It is a testament to how traditional building methods often outperform modern synthetic alternatives. Now, they are fastening dimensional lumber across the purlins, forming the structural roof decking. This sheathing acts as the foundation for the weatherproofing layers to follow. It must be incredibly rigid and plumb, as the structural integrity of the roof depends on it. Next, the roof rafters are installed one by one. These engineered components are surprisingly light, yet offer exceptional strength-to-weight ratios. They will support the finished roofing material. Spacing is calculated precisely to ensure heavy snow loads are distributed evenly across the load-bearing walls. This is structural engineering in action. Spacing them too close wastes material, while spacing them too far invites catastrophic failure. They have calibrated this layout perfectly. Observe the application of spray foam insulation. They are filling the rafter cavities completely in a climate prone to extreme cold. Higher value insulation is the key to thermal retention. Without an airtight thermal envelope, heating this volume of space would require excessive fuel, making winter survival highly impractical. This expanding polyurethane foam penetrates every microfissure, creating a highly effective vapor barrier that keeps heating costs minimal and the living space consistently comfortable. Moving indoors, they apply a heavy-duty, protective clear coat to the timber flooring to shield it from deep scratches and moisture. This ensures the wood retains its luster for years. These floors will endure constant foot traffic, heavy furniture movement, and the abrasive dirt tracked in from the wild. A premium polyurethane finish is the best defense to keep the natural wood flooring. looking pristine over time. Now, the metal roofing panels arrive on site. This durable cladding is the cabin's primary shield. Against torrential rains and heavy snow, they trim the metal panels to exact lengths and install them with a precise overlap. To guarantee a completely watertight seal, metal roofing is the gold standard in the north, allowing snow to shed easily and prevent ice damming. Furthermore, its longevity is unmatched, withstanding extreme thermal expansion and contraction. Next, we shift focus to the below-grade plumbing. In these conditions, there is no room for error. If these joints are not fused perfectly, hidden leaks will develop deep underground. Excavating to repair a line after backfilling is a nightmare, so they work with deliberate patience, pressure testing every fitting and securing every connection. With the plumbing finalized, the excavator backfills the trench, protecting the lines deep beneath the frost line. Burying them deep prevents the sub-zero ground temperatures from freezing the water lines in midwinter. Frozen lines will rupture, leading to thousands of dollars in water damage. Now we witness some highly skilled chainsaw work. The builder cuts precise vertical keyways into the log walls. This allows the window trim and framing to slide smoothly, retaining an airtight seal as the logs naturally settle. This task requires absolute muscle control. One erratic movement can ruin a costly wall log. They follow up by chiseling the channels clean, as even a stray splinter can interfere with the sliding spline. This is detail work, requiring immense patience and fine motor skills. Now, the focus turns to the interior framing. These lightweight, non-load-bearing partition walls will define the rooms and provide routing paths, even though the massive exterior logs carry the weight of the roof structure. These interior walls shape the layout and house the home's electrical and plumbing runs. With the framing completed, the cabin's floor plan is clearly defined. The interior is finally taking on a structured form. You can now walk through the space and visualize the kitchen placement, the master bedroom, and the general flow of daily life inside. This is where the vision truly starts to feel like a home. Next, we install the core infrastructure, the hot and cold PEX supply lines, and electrical conduits running through the joists. This is the moment. The cabin's internal systems come to life. This stage requires careful planning, as once the tongue and groove ceiling is installed, accessing these utilities is nearly impossible. A crucial shipment has arrived. The custom doors and windows, they have just been delivered. The crew unloads the units with care, moving them inside to prepare for final weatherization. These high-performance units represent a major expense, specifying heavy-duty, multi-pane glazing, designed for extreme thermal performance. Is vital they pay for themselves by keeping the harsh winter drafts at bay. The carpenters install heavy-duty buck frames into the log openings. These frames house the window and door units. Everything is secured with heavy-duty fasteners, allowing the logs to shrink and settle over time without placing load on the glass, ensuring smooth operation for decades. Log settling is an inevitable natural process, but intelligent joinery anticipates this movement, guaranteeing the home's doors and windows will never bind or stick. They cut the trim with precision to eliminate any gaps that could allow cold air infiltration. When the mercury drops below zero, even a pinhole leak matters. The window units are hoisted into place. They must sit perfectly plumb within the rough opening, leaving no room for air leaks. The massive glazing units, destined for the high gable wall, require scaffolding and delicate handling. Dropping one of these large panes would be devastating, both financially and to the construction schedule. The crew moves with absolute focus and care. Next, they trim the base of the wall to establish a level line. If this baseline is off plumb, every subsequent finish element will be misaligned. These craftsmen display remarkable expertise, making straight, sweeping cuts to maintain structural alignment. This is where professional experience pays off. An amateur crew might rush this step, but these builders know that investing time now prevents compounding errors later in the build. They fabricate a curved wood assembly for the stairs. Each step is checked for level to ensure a flawless finish. They then fasten a subfloor of rigid OSB over the framing, trimming it to match the radius and reinforce the assembly. These high-traffic stairs are built to endure years of heavy use, requiring a rock-solid foundation. Next, they prep the door jambs, checking for square, and adjusting the shims with high precision to ensure a perfectly balanced swing. A door hanging out of plumb by even a fraction will fail to latch correctly, place stress on the hardware, and remain a constant frustration for the homeowner. Getting it perfect during installation is essential. They mount the heavy-duty lock set next, with the mounting screws tightened down and the deadbolt aligned. The entry door becomes a secure barrier. Security and peace of mind are vital, even in the wilderness. The wood paneling is cleaned and prepped. They then apply a light char to the surface, which hardens the wood fibers and locks out moisture. This treatment also highlights the grain, producing a deep, rich aesthetic that is visually striking. It is a perfect fusion of design and utility. In the master bathroom, they apply a modified thin-set mortar to the walls, sealing the joints between the backer boards. When the tile is installed, the wall assembly will be completely impervious to water. Bathrooms must withstand constant high humidity, making robust waterproofing an absolute necessity. They apply a bright pink, liquid waterproofing membrane across the entire surface. Once cured, it forms a continuous, rubberized barrier that ensures long-term protection. This compound is formulated specifically for wet area applications, creating a watertight shield behind the tile. Now they prep the subfloor, ensuring it is level before laying down the first course. This prep work is critical for a successful tile installation. The floor must be completely flat, otherwise the tiles will suffer from lippage. As each tile is set, they insert leveling clips to keep the joints uniform and ensure straight grout lines. These simple plastic leveling systems are essential for a professional flat finish. Without them, tiles can shift as the mortar cures, resulting in uneven, sloppy grout lines. They position a large backer board by the threshold, measuring the cutouts precisely, then press it into the wet thinset to secure the base. Proper substrate preparation is key before any tile work can proceed. Next, they mix a fresh batch of mortar and comb it onto the floor, working in tandem. They screed the mortar smooth to ensure maximum coverage for the backer board. This coordinated effort keeps the installation on track and guarantees a stronger bond. These slate gray, wood grain porcelain tiles are cut and laid, piece by piece, carefully offsetting the joints for a natural look. These tiles offer the rich warmth of hardwood, paired with the rugged durability and water resistance of porcelain, the perfect blend. After setting each tile, they tap it with a dead blow mallet to embed it, collapsing the mortar ridges and locking it in place. This step ensures full mortar transfer underneath, preventing hollow spots that could crack later. Slowly and methodically, the bathroom floor is completely covered in these durable wood-look planks with colors that complement the natural log walls. The entire space feels warm and cohesive. Thoughtful design choices elevate the build. This color palette unites the rustic cabin feel with modern interior refinements. Now they apply the grout, pressing the mixture deep into the joints to lock the tiles together and provide a clean, finished appearance. Grouting is a messy, physical process, but it is essential for a durable floor. They coat the interior timber next, using a translucent stain that preserves the grain, allowing the wood's organic character to show through. They then rack the finished boards to dry before installing them as interior trim. These pieces will soon serve as custom casing and detailed accent trim. They pack high-density insulation into the ceiling cavities to regulate interior temperatures year-round and maximize energy efficiency. The crew ensures every single cavity is completely filled. Any gaps would create thermal bridges, allowing heat to escape. They then apply an acoustic sealant to the ceiling joints, preventing air drafts and dust transmission. This is a critical step for a quiet, high-performance home. Achieving a tight air seal is just as important as R-value when designing for cold climate efficiency. They hold the heavy timber trim flush against the window casing to ensure a clean, seamless reveal. Next, they lift the upper head casing into place, working carefully to conceal the rough opening behind it. Window casing serves more than an aesthetic purpose. It acts as an additional layer of protection against air infiltration around the frame. They measure and fit the stool trim below the windowsill, ensuring the entire frame is visually balanced. Each trim piece is cut to exact dimensions. Measuring, miter cutting, and dry fitting the pieces, they build out a robust shadow box frame that frames the outdoor views beautifully. Each component is pinned in place for clean, tight miter joints. This level of detailed trim carpentry defines the overall quality of the interior. As the final piece of trim is nailed home, the window assembly is complete. The rich timber frame adds a sense of warmth and rustic elegance to the space. It is rewarding to watch these raw materials transform. They install the next window casing with practiced skill, ensuring tight miters and secure fastening. The trim integrates beautifully with the massive log walls, enhancing the cabin's organic aesthetic. Consistency in detail is key, ensuring every window receives the same high-level finish. They measure and install the remaining window trim, carefully matching the grain orientation to maintain the cabin's unified, handcrafted look. They ease the assembly into place, checking for plumb, to ensure a clean look from both sides. They lift another timber window trim into position, working in pairs to verify the alignment. Before securing it with structural trim screws, they fasten it to the log wall, blending the joint. One carpenter holds the trim steady, while the other drives the fasteners home. Now they frame the kitchen window, carefully measuring and cutting the surrounding timber for a snug fit. Two carpenters work above the sink area, aligning each piece with precision. The kitchen window is a focal point, framing the wilderness views while preparing meals or washing up. They adjust the upper cabinet trim in the kitchen, working together to scribe and fit the crown molding for a seamless, professional look. These small details pull the entire design together. They apply a bead of high-performance sealant around the door, preventing draft and moisture penetration. Every perimeter joint is sealed to maintain the integrity of the thermal envelope. They inject expanding foam sealant around the door frame, creating a solid thermal barrier against the exterior wall. In Alaska, air sealing is a critical component of survival. They mount a heavy timber trim frame around the window. The carpenter verifies the measurements before driving the screws home, securing the trim flush against the wall. Each fastener must be set carefully to prevent splitting the dry wood. They fit the custom timber trim around the high clerestory windows, matching the slope of the log walls. Each piece is aligned to the angle and fastened securely. The commitment to quality throughout this build is evident in every joint, and there it is, the completed off-grid log cabin, the handcrafted timber, the lush forest backdrop, and the sprawling deck all harmonize to create an extraordinary wilderness sanctuary. After months of intense physical labor, seeing the final structure stand complete is deeply rewarding. This custom timber home, nestled deep within the forest, is truly magnificent. Fully finished and ready for the harsh winter, it is a triumph. From the robust foundation to the metal roof, every detail was executed with absolute mastery. Thank you for watching. We poured immense effort into documenting this build for you. If you enjoyed the journey, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more epic building documentaries.